We live in a world in which a flaming hot Cheeto action figure exists. What a time to be alive. Let's open it up, check it out, and of course do some toy photography. So is it just me, or is just about everything getting the flamin' hot treatment lately? Like, we've got obviously the flamin' hot Cheetos, we have flamin' hot Mountain Dew, and now we've got flaming hot action figures? I mean, come on, guys.
Why is it spicy?
Any opportunity or excuse I can get to get myself a brand new Chester Cheetos action figure, I'm gonna take that opportunity because he's awesome. And now we've got ourselves a flaming hot version of the Chester Cheetah action figure by Jada Toys. And I am all for the food IP action figures. So if you watched my last video where I reviewed the regular Chester Cheetah action figure by Jada Toys, the general consensus was we need more of these food IP characters in action figure form. We've got Chester Cheetah, we've got a flamin' hot version, and actually this is a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. And speaking of the San Diego Comic-Con, Jada Toys revealed they're not done with just Chester. We've got Tony the Tiger coming up soon too. Clearly this Chester figure they've done was a success, and I'm glad they're moving forward with more. Tony the Tiger is perfect. I'm so glad he's the next one coming out. So everyone in the comments had a lot of really great ideas of other food IP action figures we can get, so I'm sure we're gonna keep getting more and more of them. And once Tony the Tiger's out, you know I'm gonna get it and make a video about it.
They're great.
So this figure was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, but he was shortly available on Entertainment Earth, and I was able to pre-order him. And as far as I know, the regular version is still up on Entertainment Earth now to get your hands on. Is the Flamin' Hot one? Yes, he is available. He's in stock on Entertainment Earth right now. So if you want to grab this guy or the original one, head to the link I've got in the description. Use my discount code for Entertainment Earth. It works on anything in stock, and this guy is in stock. So definitely get a hold of him or both. I mean, come on. I mean, it's Chester. Come on.
Dangerously cheesy.
If we open up the little window here, as far as I know, it's essentially the same figure with a little bit of a different kind of variant here. We've got, maybe some differences in the accessories and of course the paint, but this guy is glow in the dark, as you can see right here, and that's pretty exciting. It's also next level, which I don't know what that means. Is that like a sub-brand name with Jada? What's the deal? I mean, yes, it's next level. I'm sorry for any of you viewers under the age of 13, you're not allowed to use this figure. So maybe in a couple years. By the way, I actually found this figure in a couple of stores near me too, like in person, like I actually saw it, which was pretty exciting. So always keep your eye out. You never know what the heck you're gonna find, So I'm making a prediction right now. After we get Tony the Tiger, the next food IP character that we're gonna get, the next food mascot character we're gonna get from Jada Toys is the Jolly Green Giant. You heard it here first, folks. I'm calling it right now. And when it happens, I'm gonna want the credit. It's gonna happen. I hope so. Okay, this is a serious question. How does Jada Toys do it? They're able to put out like a quality, good-looking action figure with accessories, like extra heads, like really cool packaging, and it's a licensed action figure too, and the price is still so good. I mean, this guy is $30 compared to the regular one, which is $25. But like, how do they do it? I don't understand. How is that possible for them to keep the price so low with having all that stuff, accessories, good figure, and like packaging that is nice with a window and magnets? Like, how do they do it? Other companies, they gotta learn something from Jada Toys. Man, I hope they do the Mortal Kombat figure so bad. So yeah, he's essentially the same exact figure with, a little bit of a different paint job, maybe even a different type of plastic. I'm assuming since he is glow in the dark, the difference really is, right off the bat, is he's got like a little bit more of a translucent kind of orange to him. He almost looks like he's a citrusy version of a Cheeto instead of a flamin' hot version. You know what I mean? It almost looks like he's a orange-aid Sunny D color. He's kind of clear looking. He looks fantastic and wonderful. Honestly, if you were to have one figure or the other, both would suffice for an amazing looking Chester Cheetah figure. One thing I gotta make sure I mention, because I didn't mention it in the last video, and many people made sure to let me know in the comments, because I didn't even realize it, but he's got Cheeto dust on his fingers, because Chester's been eating Cheetos, and the Cheeto dust seems to be a little bit more on the red side. Clearly he's been eating Flamin' Hot Cheetos this time. He must like the Flamin' Hot version. Not so much myself, but anyway, I wanna make sure I mention that. He's got a little bit of Cheeto dust on his fingers. He's probably gonna lick them once he's done. One of the things that probably does, dang it. How many times does that happen in every video? I don't know. But one of the things that probably does keep the price down a little bit for them, it is a little bit more of a simplistic kind of figure. The joints and stuff are not really super high quality. You know, they're fine, and I think they do the job, but you know, it's pretty simple. You've got a basic kind of straight one joint on the knees, same with the elbows. You know, it's not crazy double jointed, butterfly joints, anything crazy like that. It's very simple. And to be honest, if I was getting a crazy, amazing Yamaguchi Chester Cheetah, I wouldn't be crazy interested in that. He does have ankle movability, which I feel like not enough figures really focus on having good ankle movability. And because of that, and he's got these big heavy shoes, he stands up nice and easy. He is quite the top heavy kind of guy too. So the fact that he can just, boom, no problem, you know, I like it. We'll say, however, too, the paint isn't perfect. There's a little bit of splotches here and there on some of his spots, and a little bit more on the face too. Like on his nose, there's a little bit of chippage going on. And so, yeah, the paint isn't perfect. And honestly, I don't really care about that either. As I'm assuming you don't care about it. That's not a huge deal, but yeah, I'm sure the paint production isn't necessarily hand painted, you know, costly types of things. It's probably machine slapped on there, however that works in the factory. All right, let's see what all of this glow in the dark stuff is all about. So let me turn on the lights, and let's turn off my two lights I've got here, and let's see. Huh. What is supposed to glow here? Hang on, let me see what's going on here. Maybe it's one of those ones where you really gotta get it super covered in light first, so then it sucks it all up, and then, I don't know, let's see. But he's been literally under these lights the whole time I've been filming. All right, Chester, we are cranking up the heat. Flaming hot. This is gonna look so incredibly overexposed. All right, let's leave it like that for a minute, and then we'll try it. It's been about 60 seconds. Let's do this. Turn this off. What? Oh, okay. You know what? I can kind of notice it in my eyes, with my eyes, not in camera. Let me readjust some things. There you go. You can kind of see him a little bit like that. It's also not terribly dark. I'll film some other shots of him when it's pitch black outside, and you can definitely notice it more by looking at it in person than in camera for sure. Okay, well, the glow-in-the-dark feature isn't the craziest thing. I'm sure that, you know, if you have this on your shelf and then you turn all the lights off to watch a movie or something and you can see him kind of glowing there, that would be kind of cool. He comes with two other hands. These are both hands that can hold things. One of them has cheesy Cheeto dust and one of them does not. And so, of course, he needs holding hands because he's got stuff to hold. And man, these might be the best part about this whole figure. Number one, we've got the actual bag to scale of Flamin' Hot Cheetos, and we've got not to scale, I mean, or is it to scale? It's, I don't know, but we've got the full 1-to-1 scale actual Flamin' Hot Cheeto. And this has a clear difference here, as well as this is obviously a clear difference from the other figure. Comparing the two Cheetos, there's a very clear difference. This one is very much more Flamin' Hot looking, and this one looks like a normal Cheeto. I think they nailed that pretty well. This one still also does have a little bit of that translucent kind of look to it, because it's all the same kind of plastic, I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, the Flamin' Hot one comes with a Flamin' Hot Cheeto. What else would you ask for, you know? And Chester, of course, comes with another head. This is more of a smiley Chester, and this is still smiley, I guess, expressive, but no teeth showing. So the head differences aren't that huge. I'm surprised that they still even have the extra head. Mwah. All right, Chester, here's your bag of Cheetos. Actually, you know what? It's probably, yeah, here we go. Here's your bag, and here is your Cheeto. He's all set. Look at him go. Man, I aspire to be like him someday. Okay, well, here's a proper comparison between the two. I definitely prefer the original opaque version of Chester. He looks great. Just if I only had him, I would still be very happy with my awesome Chester Cheetah, but I do like the original more. And he is cheaper, so I would say go for both if you can. The biggest difference really for me is this. Now we've got a nice flamin' hot bag. By the way, Chester is about just under 6 inches or so. He's not the biggest boy ever, but he's perfect. What's the verdict? What are we giving Chester Cheetah? Are we giving him a W or are we giving him an L? I wasn't doing the W or L scale back when we were doing this video. So there you go, he's a W, but is this guy a W or an L? Well, I mean, as far as a figure alone, it's still a W. Huge, incredible, epic W, especially for that great price point. Yeah, but if you were saying, is the differences between him and him, is that a W? I would say the differences themselves are kind of an M. The glow in the dark is cool, not crazy about it. I like the other one more. I do, in fact, though, really love the fact we now have a flamin' hot little bag. What would you give him though? I'm very curious. Are you more of a Doritos guy and you're gonna give him an L? Not that there's really a Doritos mascot. Let me know what you think in the comments, W or L. He's a W, guys, come on. Okay, Chester, let's go and take a toy photo. I mean, I've got a great idea. What kind of toy photography video would this be without a little bit of flamin' hot action going on? Let's go, Chester. Okay, so I almost feel a little bad doing this shot, but here we go. This is how to catch a cheetah, one that especially likes flamin' hot Cheetos. Sorry, Chester, don't worry, you won't actually get caught in it. I won't let it happen. I've actually had a kind of a mouse problem recently, so I bought mouse traps. So I just happen to have this laying around, and so why not have Chester Cheetah getting caught in a mouse trap with some Cheetos? And in camera, it looks kind of funny. And it's very simple. I love how simple this is because it's only got just like one main light source that's kind of casting a little bit of a shadow, and I've got a little bit over here too, and that's pretty much it. I just scattered a little bit around. I used a little bit of sticky tack, as you can see right there. Yes, this is a live mousetrap, so if I accidentally screw something up, I could totally either chop Chester's head off or knock one of my fingers off, or who knows. Luckily, Chester's got 2 heads. But anyway, my settings for the shot right now are pretty simple. I've got f2.8 for my f-stop. When I'm coming from more of a downward angle, the lower f-stop doesn't make as big of a difference because you don't have a deep background, you've just got the floor. So it works out like that. And my shutter speed's at 640, it doesn't need to be anything crazy. It's a little bit faster just because I wanted to have a bit of a darker background and have more of a harsher light on him. And my ISO is at 400, as it always is. And I'm not even gonna use my remote for this one. Here we go. Come on, don't you hate that? Okay, memory card's in, round 2, here we go. A world in which not only a Chester Cheetah action figure exists, but also a flamin' hot Chester Cheetah action figure exists is a good world to live in, and we are lucky to be living in it. And of course, we've got Tony the Tiger coming soon too, which is so exciting. If you did enjoy the video, please consider liking it and subscribing to the channel. That would be wonderful and amazingly helpful. This photo will be posted on Instagram and on TikTok and on Twitter as always. Make sure to follow my work over there as well. And thank you so much for watching the video and getting this far into it, and I will see you in the next video.